Understanding location signals of yourself is truly understanding what a simulation computer is, knowing that how a simulation computer operates everything through the universal system. To have the keys to the universe, you have to open all frequency levels of energy and everything through connection comes into wires and all the digital systems. So energy, frequency, and vibration is the keys to the universe. I think I said that before through my back racing videos. But before I get started, I'd like to thank all subscribers and viewers. After we keep grand rising, force rising, humanity is really going through its adaptation right now. They're going through the cycle rotations and they're getting better connections to their light formations. And that's extremely important. We have to get into those formation systems, right? Because it's understanding our positions and how we get into a new matrix location. So basically, any questions or comments, you can go through the banners. I streamed it. If you have any requires, you can go to that division to my emails. Anything through service, you can go through my PayPal. I like to help out everybody through connection. They understand their humanity systems through their body framing system. So my allocated positions as my simulation computer, you have to truly what a computer is. Think of yourself as an avatar, all right? And it's all about understanding everything through its fixtures and everything through rotation, its wires, its locations, its algorithm setting, because that's what a computer is. It's all about algorithm. It's how to set up the algorithms and how to get into better formations of lights through communication. So I set up an illustration program for everybody, okay? It's all about understanding how to put positions of planets into new location of humanity into fifth dimensional system. Because we've got into the attractions of zeros of the Earth, and we got into attractions of metric level connections to its connection of Jupiter, right? And everything through its rotation of humanity, right? So center core positions. Jupiter's coming into a new matrix location right now. Can I see Plato? How you doing? I send you out through my email, through confirmation, to understand more of your light activation systems. You're in the 12 central systems of God frequency level, that connection system. But understanding more communications of you is understanding your upgrading cycles through your body activation system. So you can go through that. And basically, when you go through the upgrades, you go to the galactic school, like I said. And it's all about your positioning through your intelligence, learning more through communication line signals to teleportation device signals. So we're coming into communications of 5D, transmission systems of bioscans. It's all about understanding the biotherium, the bio connections, everything through bio of its interface connections, the algorithm systems, the program settings, the metric locations. So it's extremely powerful times that we're having. Like I said before, I want to give that out to everybody, knowing that a lot more people are waking up through location. So, obviously, Plato, you're in the galactic unit. You're a recruitment through division, through location. You're set in positions to your 12 central systems. But if you want to go through the upgrades, you want to go through connections, and you want to go beyond its recognition through space and time, this is what you need to do, right? Because the team goes to that connections, right? So that's why I'm holding a flash location system to connections of your providers and all the locations to your drives. That's going to uprise all location divisions to its position and put you in a better location through your intelligence signals. So it's all about energy transference. It's all about energy of connections. It's all about your bio. It's all about coming in and out of the hemispheres and into the stratosphere systems. Once you get out of the stratospheres, then you come into the bio connection, right, which is the fifth dimensional system. So the allocated position is understanding levitation through humanity's system. You know, you come into the astral projects. An astral project is understanding everything through levitation through your body system, and how you can tweak motion sensors. A tweak motion sensor is understanding your frequencies to your wires through its connection through your body frame system. That's where we come into body scans and everything through mind collaboration centers. I was communicating on so many levels through computer operation system. My allocated positions are eye flickers through locations, and I'm going through more upgrading through my eye receptor locations. You guys are going to go into sleep mode connections, which means that you have to go to sleep more because your computer is going through extremely high-rise data, and everything through information has to set up everything through location to your positions where you're going through your transmissions. So it's getting the compute systems. I've set up an illustration to show you how powerful it is when you go through connections through my simulation. I'm a simulation computer through operations of universal systems. So I have the key to all code frequencies of the universal system. Really, really powerful, I'll tell you. So I hope everybody's doing well. Tina, how's it going? So we're in that position right now. I'm going to show you how powerful it is when you see these things through the matrix location. Remember, everything is activated through its division. So I'm going to show you exactly what's going on through position. All right. So it's extremely powerful through connection. Now, you understand this is the moon, right? Everything through triangulated divisional system, activate everything through realm locations. There's a box frequency level through major location. This is the Earth in the center position. Okay? Trying to get into calculation here. You see the sun, right? So we got the sun, right? And this is Jupiter, okay? And this is the moon. So it's all in position. See how it's line communicating? It's all digital frame. So it's now how to set up our operations and put Jupiter in the fifth dimensional system of matrix. So that goes into the body framing systems through your starlight energy systems. So it's all about activating your energy pods through location, activating everything through lights of five-dimensional system, getting humanity into the fifth dimensional system of matrix location, into the positive and negative feeds. So I got the sun interference, I got that box frequency realm locations, and all location positions are set in the bioscan locations. Okay, so the bio hemispheres and everything connections to its connection of its stratospheres and everything through its volumes of its bio interface. Okay, so it sets positions in all divisions. Okay, see the lacing line connections? These are laser recognition divisions. They allocate positions and are cross-referencing when it comes into the box frequency level. You take everything out as equation, right? So it's line communicating through its realm locations, right? And the moon is setting up new program settings. See the boxes right there? It's really powerful. Now those boxes are realm locations to your archive location systems. Allocate those positions and everything through your human rotation centers and everything through your body activation system is going into the major realm location of Jupiter, all right? So it's knowing how to use the Earth rotation, the 5D, knowing how to use the sun interference, okay? And how to use everything through connection of the moon of its algorithm pattern to a new location, to its Jupiter rising division, okay? Because it's extremely activated. It's all about putting positions into humanity, coming back in attraction location. So it's really, really powerful when you come into those levels. Anything through containments or anything through your body framing system, the hydraulics of your mind frame has to understand its balance of its digital frame, okay? So when you go through my healing, it's knowing how powerful you are when you come into awakenings. It's all about your ascension. It's all about your dream sets and how you can reposition yourself through its alignment, and you can reactivate anything, okay? Because my team is in that formation right now, and they're trying to truly understand what's going on with themselves, and humanity is waking up. You're in a three-dimensional system. You go through activation, anything through healing. You have to understand you're coming into the computed systems through the bioscans to your simulation core, which is your pattern division through an atom location. So it sets points and everything through location division. If you don't understand, you have to go through my upgrades to understand more. You have to get out of the 12 central rotations. Once you get that, you get into higher connections into the quantum physics, quantum mechanics. Ask Tina. She'll tell you how to go through illustrations and how to set up our precision centers. But that's what's happening right now. Jupiter is in a total different rotation into the fifth dimensional system. All right. So the body activation system right now is going through triangular division level systems of new shapes, new anomalies, new direction, new location, new atmospheres, new bioscans, and the energy rotation centers and everything through your receptacle levels are reaching higher formation of chakra locations. Those divisional panels are activating everything through simulation core. So I'm the only simulation computer in the world that can activate anybody's body activation, put him back in positions. It's extremely powerful times we're having, like I said before. And I keep saying that because it's powerful. Powerful is everything. It gives you everything through formation, knowing how you can heal your body conceptual system. It's knowing how to use your chakra systems, 114. So everybody is in position of a new rotation to a new cycle, to a new level, to a new shape anomaly, to letters and numbers, to their digital frame. The body conceptual system is everything through the mainframes. The allocated position is everything through the heart, through its location when it comes to its portal activation. Okay, we come into the deviation centers. Now, deviation center is truly understanding everything through your old program setting, okay, and relocating your positions to your program system, putting it into higher positions, because Jupiter right now, okay, I change everything through Jupiter. Jupiter is now in its new matrix of 5D. So you have to understand how to communicate with the universe, how to use the key to its universe, and how to open up its code to its universal system. That allocates positions in all alignment location systems, right? So as we're coming into those levels, you have to understand how powerful it is. Now, everything through the sun interface is line communication of the Earth, and everything through Jupiter rotation is connected to everything through the Earth, and everything through the moon interface is setting up new program settings into major locations. And that's how it comes into a box frequency level. So you take it out of its equation through its line of security defense, right? So the body conceptual systems of humans are coming into starlights. So I regenerate your pods and put your light activation into the major location. So you got energy transference, okay, through your positive and negative systems now to position, right? So I had to do bioscans through the connections, stratospheres and everything through the biotherium, right? Because the Brownian atmosphere is the highest formation. Once you get out of the atmospheres, hemispheres, stratospheres, then you get into the bio connection. Okay, the base international, it could be the base intelligence core, it could be anything through connections, right? It goes on so many volumes through your body septical systems. The acceleration speed odometer is this connection when it comes into your metric locations of traveling through GPS location. So it's extremely hard to understand these things. So knowing you come into your computers through your simulation, it's all about the body systems of humanity, of 7 billion people coming into themselves for the very first time, coming into a new pattern of a simulation, to a computer operation, to an atom location, to a new matrix of our Jupiter rising division. Okay? I've been really busy. Look at my hair. My hair is on rotation centers. I have eye receptacle of lapping locations. I'm overlapping divisions right now through my eye receptacles. So I've got upgrading cycles through my eye receptors. So what that means, because humanity is waking up more and more, I go through higher upgrades, right? So if you get more of a population, everything through the upgrading system of my computer through its simulation opens up more traction locations to planet locations of divisions to intelligence. So the more we wake up humanity, the more we understand our computer systems. So it's all about it getting into the alignment. So we're in that fragmentation line of fifth dimensional system to its alignments, into its Jupiter core, into the simulation pattern. That's where we come into the mind telepathy, okay? So knowing what's going on with Saturn, okay, it's in its division right now, but it's allocating its new positions into the simulation of its Jupiter. So it's getting new communications to Jupiter rising, to Jupiter ascending, okay, coming into the connections of the birthing of Jesus and everything through formation. So our positions have to understand our lines and everything through its communication of dream sets. So for me to center positions is to put everybody into the major location of Jupiter, okay? So everybody is line communication now. They have their own round locations, okay? So it's not only how to position all these alignments of your past, present, and future into a new alignment of matrix, okay? And yes, Tina, I've been really busy, extremely busy, okay? All right? So that's what it is. That's the position right now. Jupiter is in the ascension of its new matrix. So you have to understand the communications of the sun, communications of the moon, and communications of the earth. See, the earth is in the center, all right? So it's all about round connecting through portals and everything through connection. Like I said, once you become your computer, you're understanding more of the universal system through digital frames. Okay, then we can get into full communication of Vega and everything through those diameters or anything through metric locations into the quantum physics quantum mechanics, quantum atmospheres, quantum biomechanics systems, everything through the hydraulics, everything through the energy location. So it sets positions. So when I communicate through my computer system, I am a computer through simulation. So truly understanding that you're coming into full consciousness of yourself through positions of all point centers. Because it's your point center, trying to understand your universal point center, how to line communicate everything through balance, right? And that's how you get everything through interference connections of positive and negative feeds through your positions of your body framings, through your digital frames, your main frames, your hydraulics, or anything through perception, anything the audios, or everything the voice and grid patterns, right? So it's extremely, extremely interesting when you see these things, right, coming into our computers for the very first time. Because the ascension of humanity to 5D is opening up more and more, all right? So setting new positions, new gravity systems, new Earth rotations at gravity locations, setting new positions. That's what it is. It's all about positioning. It's all about communicating. It's all about your digital frame. It's knowing how to do these things in traction and how to put everything back in position. Because a centralized system is you through connection, through dream set location. So you got to understand your energy transference, and that's where we come into the bioscans, to the biohemispheres, or anything through hemispheres, stratospheres. And then when we get into the bio of its stratosphere, now you get into higher positions of intelligence, 2 division. So you come into weather patterns, weather containment systems. Then you start controlling your body through weather. And then you open up your eye receptacle locations and everything through your ear of its defense mechanism system. The sonar division to its location is activating everything through your connection. So your light interference coming into the major location for the very first time. Remember, the 3-dimensional system had its positive negative feeds of its matrix, which is Saturn. Okay, now I center core positions in the major locations. Now we're not in that division anymore, 3-dimensional system. We're in the compute levels of bioscans, right? The bio interface. It programs settings through the operation. It center cores positioned through your pyramids to your diamond core position. All right, so this is what it is through connections. Okay. I recommend you guys to watch Unified Energetics. He's an extremely informative high rise when he comes in and his engineering skills. He's very informative when he comes into bioscans. He tells you what the communication is. So a center core position level system, see that first, that division location, right? All right, so basically, as you get into position, you have to understand the universal system, how it's set up through its operation. Your computer system has to understand positions. So I'm going to use a white graphing location through a digital frame to mark a division to a location of a dimensional system. Allocate those positions. So we start off with this position. Okay. Now, that's a diamond, right? Now, understanding your diamond through line communication. Okay. Now, when you're in communication, you understand your point centers. This is understanding communication through your body frames, through receptacle locations, right? Now, because it's extremely informative to its location, but it sets positions and changes division locations like this. I'm doing it frame by frame so you guys get a true understanding how to use your computation signals to location division. I'll activate those line communications. So everything I do through a body framing system is allocated positions of line communication through line communication lines, and everything through singularity line division locations. Okay, that sets corners to all locations, to all positions. All right, now you take everything out of its equation. Okay, it sets positions to higher positions at higher locations. So line graphs everything through the center core position of you, opens up its triangular vision of its realm location like this, to its position of its center. That position level activates everything through the light signals to line communication of force recognitions. Okay, like this. Now, when it's in position location, you have to understand how powerful it is when you guys come into your drawing mechanisms of communication, because everything through intelligence is a formation of line signals to its location. So center core's position level system. This is high rise, extremely connections to diamond core positions, to allocate positions, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 within the center, right? So that allocates into the 5th dimension. Okay. So truly understanding everything through your body frames and everything through your pyramid frames is truly understanding everything through your location. It centers lines. It opens up positions. It puts you in the body framing position. It opens up your dream set locations, and it puts you into higher connections of its intelligence. So you get into better communication through illustration, better communications through angle point division, better communications through all divisions of line signals to line communication. So truly understanding what a line is. Okay, it's not just a graphing line. It could be a singularity line. It could be a line communication line. It can be an intelligent line signal to teleportation through energy of transference to its planet location. So your simulation is coming into the computer system of 5D, into the Jupiter of its matrix. That's what's happening right now. So I center core your positions. You guys are in the matrix core system now. It's in line balance through your rotation centers. The circulation patterns and everything through your operation in your plasma energy system is coming into formation right now. Okay, through your bioscans, your biointerface. Okay, and that's what unified energetics. He's a provision. He's a galactic unit. It's extremely high-rise location. He can help you out in all ways and forms. It's all about helping each other. It's all about understanding positions. It's understanding my galactic school through your upgrading systems, right? Just imagine how powerful you guys can be through your computers, knowing you are a computer from the very beginning. So anything through key, okay, is opening, right? And then you open the door, right? But you have to have a key. So it opens up transfers, it opens up codes, it opens up transfer location systems. Okay, you come into this transponder. I don't know if anybody what a transponder is. Does anybody know what it is? Okay, so a transponder in the system is the shapes anomalies. It's kind of like a fax machine, right? Where you scan everything through locations. You come into the bioatmospheres through connection of interface, right? So a transponder is basically your positions through your body frame and understand your alignments of your chakras. So it scans locations to planet of its alignments. A transponder is putting positions into flying mechanisms of UFO connections. That puts point division levels through your period locations, your air divisions, anything through your dimension, your portals, your dream sets, your line communications, laser connections, lacing line communications of your divisions. So it's all about understanding your transponder communication to your simulation of your body and coming into the modifications in the modulation system. So it's truly understanding that you're coming into the simulation of its computer system of 5D through the major locations of Jupiter. All right. So anyway, let's go here. So we got Plata, we got Tina. Yeah, I've been really busy, like I said, Tina. And I keep being busy. It's all about, me getting in positions and what I need to do, right? So it's knowing how to do these things, and you have to be a simulation computer. And I'm the only one that can activate anybody's body system and put back into alignments through communication. So when I see the framing systems through body conceptuals, I can change anything through traction locations. And this is what healing does. It opens up your codes. So imagine that you are connected to an avatar. So I take your avatar and I fix you, right? I regenerate, I resurface, I refocus, I realign, I readjust, and I put you back into where you're supposed to be through position. So think of yourself as a computer operation system of an avatar, but you start as your higher self. You got to get into your higher self to communication and atmosphere systems. And then you get into the bioscans. Okay, you go into the scanning, and then you go into the bioscan. And then you go into the universal scans. A universal scan has more connections when it comes into the mystical side through cortex. Your placebo and everything through the activation cycle is truly understanding everything the spine locations. And that's where you come into colorations. So every time we go through the upgrades, we get smarter and smarter through computers. So it's knowing how I'm trying to get my team up to their computer system so they can communicate to their simulation of vibration. That sets positions in all alignments, guys, to your bio and everything through scanning locations. So, but if you have any questions or comments, please let me know. It's extremely fast video. There's a lot I need to do. I'm going to be going out today. I'm going to be setting up new laser connection to a pyramid in Trujillo. Tuchila is a connection to Pueblo. There's an exceptional activation through a pyramid. I have to open up its centers and open up its tunnel defense. I have to open up its simulation system. I have to go through the core center of the ground formations of the lines and everything through the gravities of his atmosphere system. I got to change the allocated positions of the atmospheres and connect through the sundial connections, the interforce connections of portal divisions, and put position levels into new algorithm program settings into the moon interface to its Earth rotation. So, like I said, I've been really, really busy. Okay. So if you guys have any questions or comments, please let me know. All right. It's very important. But I wanted to put this out for everybody. It's very powerful coming into these levels of connections through our bioscans or anything at that location. All right. So this is your commander from USO quadrants 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Coming into the Colossus team divisions to allocated positions into fifth dimensional system of computer operation systems of Jupiter simulation core locations. Adios.